It's not every day that you get to review a smartphone that looks like this. Well, not exactly like this, but even with the accessories included, this, you have to admit, is a pretty cool look for a smartphone. I am of course talking about the Asus ROG Phone 5, which is the latest gaming phone to have been launched and is sort of like this benchmark that all gaming phones go after when it comes to the commercial aspect of things. Now the ROG Phone 5 also claims that this year it's more practical to be used by the everyday user. Not exactly in this shape, but of course as a standalone device, Asus hopes that more regular buyers would also go ahead and buy it because it is at the end of the day a very good performing smartphone. But how does it really fare in terms of camera, battery life and everyday usage? Let's find out. Now when it comes to performance, of course the ROG Phone 5 is an excellent device. It's powered by the Snapdragon 888, it gets 12GB RAM, 256GB storage, and all of that is great. If you want to buy the ROG Phone Pro, you get 16GB RAM, and then there is the limited edition ROG 5 Ultimate, which has 18 gigs of RAM if that's something that you want to go after. But even with 12GB RAM and the processor at hand, the ROG Phone 5 is as good a smartphone as you can hope for. It's right up there with all the flagships such as the OnePlus 9 Pro and even the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which has been launched earlier this year. Now all things considered, given that the phone is such a good performer, everyday performance is just not something that you'd be bothered with. However, there is one problem, which is in the phone's size. With the 6.78-inch display, the ROG Phone 5 is extremely tall. In fact, it's taller than even the Galaxy S21 Ultra, which measures 6.9 inches in size. All of this contributes to the ROG Phone 5 being a little difficult to use on everyday purpose. It's difficult to get out of your pockets, and it's also difficult to hold at a stretch and use with one hand, which means tasks like texting and emailing on the go might not be the most ergonomic. However, in terms of overall performance, it's great. Gaming performance in particular is extremely enjoyable. The ROG Phone 5 also gets a 144Hz display, which is what gamers have been after all this time. And the ROG Phone 5 has that too. Screen tearing is not a problem. Most games such as the Call of Duty Mobile does run at the maximum display potential. And all of this combined makes this phone an excellent performing device. But regular usage also includes things such as the camera performance. In this department, it is where the ROG Phone 5 struggles a little bit. The cameras on this phone, which includes a new 64 megapixel Sony sensor, is quite good, but it's a bit of a mixed bag because while it does try to use new algorithms to balance out dynamic range and color performance, it doesn't do as well as, say, the Galaxy S21 Ultra or even the OnePlus 9 Pro, which has come up in partnership with Hasselblad for its cameras. Now, all of these things considered means that the ROG Phone 5 does have a few quirks. Despite that, certain things are quite pleasant, such as the ability to record 8K videos or stabilized full HD 60fps videos, which are quite good. And in fact, in terms of videography, the ROG Phone 5 does do quite well. In terms of battery life as well, it gets a 6000 milliamp battery, and that means the overall battery stamina is quite good. The battery life is quite decent, and in terms of everyday usage, if you use conservatively, you can even use it for 2 full days. With intense gaming, you can still stretch it for over 7 to 8 hours, which is pretty impressive. But at the end of the day, as a regular user, would you buy something like this? You see, the main point of the ROG Phone 5 is that you have to have all these accessories to make the most of what this phone can give you. And on this note, it is undeniably the gamers who can make the most of this. Not just a casual gamer, but a full-on professional gamer. And if you are just not that invested in the industry of gaming, devices such as the OnePlus 9 Pro, the upcoming Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and even the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is already there in the market, do make for better choices or more practical choices. But if you do like how the ROG Phone 5 looks even without the accessories, and you just want a phone that's a very good performer and you're not that much into using the cameras, it does make for an excellent smartphone to buy.